All right, today we're going to talk about something that pretty much flips everything we thought we knew about heart attacks completely upside down. It's this wild story about a hidden cause, a huge blind spot in medicine, and why, for younger women, the real danger is something we've been missing for decades.
Okay, let me ask you something. When you picture someone having a heart attack, who do you see? Seriously, close your eyes. I'm betting you're imagining an older guy, right? Maybe he's clutching his chest. That's the image we all have, from movies, from posters. But here's the thing. What if that picture is not just wrong, but dangerously wrong?
See, for decades, the story of a heart attack has been super straightforward. There's always been one main villain, one primary cause. And the fancy medical term is myocardial infarction, or MI for short. And the textbook story goes like this. There's this thing called atherosclerosis. It's basically a slow, sneaky buildup of plaque in your arteries, over years and years. Then, bam, a piece breaks off, a clot forms, and it blocks blood flow. That's been the story forever.
But, and this is a huge but, a new study from the Mayo Clinic just dropped a bombshell. It turns out that for a ton of people, especially women under 65, that whole story, it's just not true. So, let's get into what this study actually found. They looked at 15 years of data, and what they uncovered is a real game changer for how we think about this stuff, especially in younger people. Okay, get ready for this. The big number here is more than 50%. Let that sink in for a second. More than half of all heart attacks in women 65 and younger had nothing to do with that classic plaque buildup. They were caused by something else entirely. And hey, we're not the only ones who are shocked. The lead researcher, Dr. Claire Raphael, basically said that they couldn't believe it either. They were surprised by just how common this was. So this isn't some tiny little fluke in the data. It's a massive pattern that we've all been missing. So the big question is, right? If it's not the usual plaque problem, then what in the world is causing these heart attacks? Well, it turns out there are a few other culprits hiding in the shadows. The number one hidden cause is something called spontaneous cardiac artery dissection. Let's just call it SCAD. Now, instead of plaque building up, SCAD is totally different. It's a sudden tear, like a rip, in the wall of an artery in your heart. And that tear can block blood flow just like a clot would, causing a massive heart attack. And this is where the gender difference really slaps you in the face. The study found that SCAD is almost 6 times more common in women than in men. No wonder we've been getting it wrong. This is a condition that overwhelmingly hits women. So let's break this down, because it's really important. We're talking about 2 completely different types of heart attacks. You have the classic one, older guy, maybe has some known risk factors. Then you have the SCAD heart attack. Younger woman, seems perfectly healthy. And here's the kicker. You absolutely cannot treat them the same way.
And that right there leads to a huge problem in the emergency room. If the patient doesn't fit that old school profile and the cause isn't the usual suspect, well, how often do you think the real problem gets missed? The answer is way too often.
And here's why it happens. Picture this. A young, healthy woman walks into an ER with chest pain. She doesn't fit the mold, right? No traditional risk factors. So her symptoms might get brushed off as anxiety or indigestion. And even if they do the standard tests, it can be really tricky to tell the difference between a tear and a plaque blockage. Her own healthy profile is actually working against her.
And we have to be clear, the stakes here are incredibly high. It's like Dr. Raphael said, getting the diagnosis right isn't just about being correct. It's about avoiding the wrong treatment. It's about making sure this doesn't happen again. It is literally about saving a life.
Okay, so that's the problem. But the good news is, this research isn't all doom and gloom. It actually gives us a roadmap for how to fix this, a new way forward for diagnosis.
The researchers basically lay out 4 key steps. First, doctors just need to be suspicious. They can't assume every heart attack is from plaque, especially not in a younger woman. Second, they need to do really careful, high-quality imaging. And third, sometimes you gotta use the fancy stuff, the imaging that actually goes inside the artery to see what's really going on. And finally, using an MRI can help lock in the right diagnosis.
And it really all boils down to this one simple idea. The diagnosis decides the treatment. Plain and simple. If you don't know what's wrong, you can't fix it properly. Getting it right isn't just a technicality. It's everything. And what's really cool is that this goes way beyond just heart attacks. The senior author on the study, Dr. Rajiv Gulati, basically said this is just the beginning. This discovery is going to kickstart all sorts of new research to the fundamental ways men and women experience diseases differently.
Which kind of leaves us with this big, maybe even a little unsettling question to think about. If we were this wrong about something as common as a heart attack, what else are we getting wrong? What other medical truths that we take for granted are built on a model that doesn't really work for half the people out there?